All right, well, hello everyone, and welcome to my homily for the 29th Sunday of Ordinary Time. Haven't posted a YouTube homily for a little while. I was out of town for a little while, had to change my look and all that good stuff. But let's get right into it, shall we? It is the second weekend of October, Respect Life Month. And last week I focused on people. I realized I didn't upload that video, but for this week I wanted to focus on animals and nature, the environment in general, because when we're using the words respect life, clearly the life of the entire planet should apply to that general term. And what I want to talk about today is the fact that there is a direct relationship between respect and gratitude. We should respect nature and the environment. And we should be grateful for nature and all that we enjoy through nature and because of nature. Now, Jesus in the gospel talked about gratitude. It was the story of the 10 lepers. So 10 lepers were healed, partially due to Jesus, partially due to the priests. And only one bothered to come back and give thanks. So clearly, Jesus is addressing the fact that human beings are not particularly grateful creatures by instinct. Gratitude is something that we need to be taught. We need to be made aware of the good things that are all around us. And I guess, it's true enough. We know the good things in life. Like, we know that. However, we don't always realize the value of those good things. That's the part that we need to be taught. The value of the good things that we have. That's gratitude. So let me give you an idea of what I'm referring to. As an example, one thing that my time in Africa taught me, I will be grateful for the rest of my life for the ability to bathe, as we understand that word in the United States. Because in my village of Gorgaji, there was no running water anywhere for anyone. Now, we had running water and plumbing and all that in the cities, but in the village where I spent 95% of my time, that was very simply not part of daily reality. And I just have to ask all of you viewing today, when was the last time you showed proper gratitude for the gift of running water? When was the last time you were grateful for the ability to drink tap water without any real fear of getting sick? Because in some parts of the world, that is so rare and valuable. They refer to clean drinking water as blue gold. Moving along, when was the last time you gave thanks for your pets? Or the fact that we don't live in a desert and that we have trees and plants outside of our homes? How about healthy, nutritious food that doesn't come in shrink wrap? When was the last time you gave thanks for that? One more for you here. When was the last time, if ever, that you gave thanks for access to sunlight? That access can be taken away from you. The inmates of the Milwaukee County Jail do not have access to sunlight. At least they didn't 15 years ago, which was the last time I visited that facility. As of 15 years ago, they didn't have a courtyard for the guys to go out and, get some exercise out of doors. That's not there. So those inmates have about as much access to direct sunlight as a submarine crew. Obviously, that list can go on and on and on. You get the point. The beauty of the world is something that is so easy for us to take for granted, in spite of how wonderful and precious it really is. I think the problem is we have access to this nature every single day, and we've tricked ourselves into believing that it's no big deal, and that is incorrect. It's a huge deal. I heard one theologian a while back, he said, for all these people that say miracles don't happen anymore, everything's a miracle. The birth of an ant is a miracle. And we'd understand that if we were almost out of ants, if they were rare. The fact that there's a ton of them diminishes our ability to see that as the miracle that it is. But if you don't believe me on this, that basic the basic goodness of nature and the environment, if you don't believe me, try going without some of this for a while, and you just might see for yourself. You just might rediscover just how amazing and wonderful nature and the environment really are. So on that note, how about we leave for some homework? I challenge you, all of you, today, in the name of respecting life itself, I challenge you to enjoy something of the natural world and to express an appropriate degree of gratitude for that experience. Enjoy a meal with as little plastic packaging as possible and certainly no microwave. Go for a walk and enjoy the beautiful, fall air. Make some special time for your pets. And you know what? Simple. Take a nap in the sunlight. All this and more, perfectly valid options, but no matter what, do something. I am challenging you to do something and to remember how beautiful the natural world really is, as if we're looking at it for the very first time. And when we do that, we will be more and more like that 10th leper, the one who had the wisdom to recognize the special gift of the restoration of his body, and he gave thanks to God accordingly. I say one final time, respect and gratitude are two things that absolutely go hand in hand. Thanks for watching, everyone, and God bless.